Hi, I'm Amanda Nickel, and I'm going to share Nearpod with you guys. Nearpod is a really cool tool that allows you to create interactive lessons for your students over any subject. And creating those lessons is definitely like curating, but you have to do it in a linear fashion. So you don't have all these tabs that you can easily see. You have to go through each slide, so it might take a little bit longer to find what you're looking for. I think this is really used more for sharing information with students than it is for teachers just to be able to see content on a specific subject matter and access what they want to access when they want to access it. But if you're creating your own lesson, you just go to create and it will take you to your library, and from there you can add a lesson. So with a lesson you can easily add any type of document right here from your computer, from Google Drive, from Office 365, and add it to your Nearpod. Or you can add content from online. So they actually have some pretty cool content like simulations. You can easily add BBC videos. They have field trips to different like landmarks and wonders of the world, and you feel like you're almost there walking through it. And then you have your videos, your slideshows, your audio, PDFs, all of that can be embedded very neatly into the Nearpod. A Sway is very similar to a S'more, so you could just easily embed that. Even a live Twitter stream, so it wouldn't send you to an external site, it would all be there on this Nearpod, which I really like. You can add web content very easily just by adding a URL, and it will be embedded there. And then you can add different activities, which I think sets this apart from LiveBinder. LiveBinder, you could add a Quizlet or something, but you would have to go to an external site to do that. So here it's just easily embedded. Polls, quizzes, you can draw things, open-ended questions. They have fill in the blank and memory. And I really like this collaborate tool because it will put a screen up and students can answer a question and see other students' responses. And you have the option to double check those responses to make sure they're school appropriate too. Now, creating this is very neat and it's an awesome interactive lesson, but I don't see it being an easy curation tool where teachers or students are like, I need to find this specific thing about cells or this specific thing about democracy. Let me look at the tabs. Oh, this is what I want. You have to go through this lesson in a linear fashion, which makes it a little more difficult and I think maybe not as useful as a LiveBinder for curation. But with the district license, I actually get to see all of the lessons from everyone in my district, and the library did create a couple lessons. So there's a lesson on fake news and fact or fiction, which is a really important topic right now. So you can create specific lessons in the library, but again, I don't think it's as much of a curation tool. But I do want to check out a lesson. So this is a second grade lesson on democracy, and they've done a good job of using some of the other tools besides just like slides or things like that. So here's the democracy one, and with this preview you'll get a pretty good sense of what it's like. So you can just add slides with content, so that could be your contextualization. Here's a video that's embedded pretty easily. You can add pictures, another video, and then you can type in questions here and you can see students' responses. Multiple choice questions that you can see students' responses quickly. Here's a web page that you can go to and you can see it already here in the background. So visually that's really nice. Fill in the blank. So you can get a sense of all the things you can do with Nearpod, but again, I see it as more of a lesson tool that you use during class. And I really wouldn't recommend students use this to curate. I just think that whenever you're collecting information, you're not going to want to have to create different slides like this. And if you're just collecting information, you don't need to have fill in the blank or polls or things like that. So I think Live Finder would be more useful for something like that. There are a few different options with Nearpod. You can get a free version, and that still allows you to create polls and quizzes, do the open-ended questions, the slideshows, your PDFs, your websites, all of those things. But I think the class size is important to note. It only allows 30 people to use it at one time. And I don't know about you guys, but class sizes seem to be climbing. So I have classes of more than 30. So this wouldn't be very useful for me. I would have to do it just up on the board or something. Gold gives you the opportunity to assign it as homework, to do the field trips, the virtual field trips. The class size increases as well. And you also have the student-paced mode, which you don't have with the silver. Platinum allows you to access the library, and then the school district one, which if your school district has the funds for it, class size isn't an issue at all. District class size isn't an issue. And it gives you access to every single lesson in the district. You have increased storage, and you can actually see assessment reporting, so you can do those formative assessments as you go, and it's integrated into Canvas, Blackboard, so if your district's using that, it could be useful. But it doesn't really allow you to collaborate. Yes, I can access other teachers' lessons, but I can't change the content of them. So I wouldn't see this as really a collaboration tool, which I also kind of find issue with. But as an interactive lesson, I think this is absolutely great and it's really helpful, but I just don't see it replacing Live Finder in any sense. But thank you so much for checking out Nearpod, and I think if you're looking for something to use in the library for a lesson, like over fake news, it is perfect for that, but don't plan on it replacing Live Finder.